Here we have the function f of x equal to cosine of x, and this time we want to restrict x to be between 0 and 2 pi. And this is what the graph looks like between 0 and 2 pi. And so we want to find the critical points and maximum and minimum. And so it looks like we have a minimum right here. And then this point will be the highest point on the graph when x is restricted to be between 0 and 2 pi. And then same thing as this point right here. And so to get the critical points, so first let's find the derivative and set it equal to 0. And then solve for x. So here we have the derivative, and recorded the derivative cosine of x is negative sine of x. And so now we set the derivative equal to 0. And solve for x. And then right here, multiply both sides by negative 1. Then we get sine of x is equal to 0. And then think about where the sine is equal to 0. We know that sine of 0 is equal to 0. And then so look on the table, the trigonometric table of values, and we can find these things. And then we know that sine of pi is equal to 0. And that sine of 2 pi is equal to 0. And then since x is restricted to be between 0 and 2 pi, then we don't need to go anything below, beyond, or go outside of 0 and 2 pi. And so this means that x is equal to 0 equal to pi and then 2 pi. And so these are critical numbers. And so we need to evaluate the function f right here at 0 at pi and 2 pi. So we want to evaluate it as 0 at pi and 2 pi. And this is 1, and this is negative 1, and this is 1. So when x is 0, y is 1. And then right here, when x is pi, y is negative 1. And then right here, when x is 2 pi, y is 1. So we look on when x is 0, this should be 0. If we look at pi and negative 1 right here, so right here this is pi and this is negative 1. This is negative 1 right here, and this is pi. So at the point pi negative 1, we have a minimum right here. And then at the point 0, 1, we have a maximum. And then at the point 2 pi and 1, we have a maximum. So summary, critical numbers are and then we say that the function right here has a minimum at the point pi negative 1 and then has a maximum at 0, 1 and 2 pi 1.